there, welcome to Gaining Vision. I'm Melanie. Thanks so much for clicking. To my returning subscribers, thank you for your continuous love and support. I truly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Please feel at home. When I say strong, passionate women, what comes to your mind? Do you think of leaders? Do you think of mothers? What is it that pops into your mind? For me, automatically I think of a leader. It could be a leader of a home, it could be a leader of a company, it could be somebody that I know and trust. But in society, the reality is many women don't look at themselves as leaders because we've been told time and time again over the years that women should stay home, they should be caregivers, nurturers, focus on taking care of the family and their home. But the reality is, over the years, this has evolved, and many women are in fact strong leaders. They're leading corporations, they're entrepreneurs, and they are doing much more than just having a family. Yes, it's possible to have both, the best of both worlds, being a mother and a leader in business, in the community, and so much more. When I stumbled across a video by Teo Anya about 6 successful leaders in Botswana, I was so inspired. This video was incredible. He shares their stories of how leadership for women is the norm in Botswana, and I was intrigued and inspired. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to understand what it actually meant to be a woman leader in Africa.
We need to see more women in leadership positions because I know they will deliver.
This is Botswana, the country where woman is king. One of the things I noticed while growing up in Africa is how few leadership roles are occupied by women, and I've always wondered why it was this way.
A female should not be president.
Can women lead? And if they can, why are most leadership positions given to men instead? On my journey to find answers to these questions, I traveled to Botswana, one of the few countries in the world where many women lead, and I had a conversation with 6 women who are leaders in their respective industries.
First thing that Teo shares with us is that these women have been leaders all their life. Obviously, as mothers, as women in the household, running the household is leadership. And as many of the men over the years had to go and do farming and do other things, especially during apartheid, where they would work the mines and different things, women had to step up to the plate and not only take care of the home, but also the businesses as well.
During apartheid, a great deal of Botswana men worked in the mines and in the farms in South Africa, and they were often gone for extensive periods of time, which means that a lot of households were left to be led by women. The major jobs back then relied a lot on physical strength, and with the introduction of machinery and different technology, that means that there was no longer a need for physical capacity but more mental capacity. The leadership of women then transcended into the economy, and this is why ultimately a lot of Botswana's economy is influenced and shaped by women.
So leadership is something that they normally see in their life. They share that, yes, men are strong figures in everybody's lives, but so are women in Botswana. This was inspiring to see the equalness.
Men are great, strong. We are also great and strong, but we bring different flavors into it. What we seem to be missing is this one-sidedness to say, just because men have done it in the past, let's just keep it that way. But I think we're missing what I bring into the equation.
He shared that women have many different talents and abilities that men leaders don't. The ability to collaborate, work together as a team to inspire and empower others. They have the patience and innovation that men sometimes don't have. They're open to hear and listen, but also to connect with the people they're leading, to understand how to best lead that group of individuals.
It's quite important because, like I said, we bring a different perspective, and it's generally more about teamwork. There's more consultation. That is the kind of culture that we have. We need to bring up our girls to believe that they can enter any space and it's okay. What I've learned in my leadership journey as well is that, men are not afraid to enter spaces. That's what all of us as women need to do more of.
Now, Teo shared stories of big leaders in Botswana, including the Minister of Finance, the first woman And she had great words of advice.
I first spoke with Honorable Peggy Serame, who is the Minister of Finance and one of the most powerful women in the country.
So how does it feel like to be the first female Minister of Finance?
To be honest with you, the first thing when I was appointed for me was like, yeah, I know I can do the job. So that wasn't even an issue. But interestingly, there were questions that were being asked again by society to say, can she do it? We think it's a man's job. But I had no doubt in my mind that I can do it. I'm going to make sure that I leave a mark.
What would be your advice to a lot of young women in Africa who are watching this and probably inspired?
As a woman, I don't believe in being given things on a silver platter. You need to prove yourself. You need to develop yourself. And you need to believe in yourself for people to believe in you. Even when people have doubts, if you deliver, the results will speak for you.
He shared other things that he was surprised by. Because again, in Africa, in Nigeria, where he's from, many women are encouraged to focus on the family and having children. But the women in Botswana don't only focus there, they focus on having both. And they know that they have to play their part. They know that in order to contribute, they have to also do it as part of their family, as part of society. In Botswana, 50% of the population is made up of women. So if they're not contributing, they're not going to be part of the solution.
How important do you feel it is for women to have leadership roles in Africa?
In Botswana, for example, women are more than 50% of the population. So if more than 50% of the population are not represented in leadership positions, you are denying that big percentage of the population that opportunity and that responsibility. So it's something that I think we need to have deliberate policies, deliberate laws and strategies to ensure that we get women to leadership. And that will not only take developing them in terms of capacity, but also looking at what are some of our cultural norms and our traditions that have really been a barrier to women taking up leadership positions.
And this also is what I love to hear, is they're not judged because they're women in the workplace. They're judged about what they contribute, what they're giving to their companies, to their leadership of the community, of the country. And this is something that isn't necessarily done here in North America. So I was inspired by this.
As you were growing in your career, did you face any problems because you were a woman?
I found the environment, truly speaking, quite conducive. And I've never felt as if I'm being judged for being a woman and that I cannot enter a certain space because I'm a woman. And even where I worked for a male boss, I never felt that, oh, I'm being subjugated because I am a woman. Because the environment in Botswana is such that you are measured by your output.
To hear these women's success stories and their trials and tribulations they had to go through showed the reality of all women across the globe. But to see this video titled "Where Women Are Kings" was very intriguing, because again, we don't always see women across the globe as leaders. We always see and hear about that glass ceiling and how we're always so close to breaking it, but we're not getting through. And I think that if we took time to not only watch this video and look at all of the women leaders that are so strong across the globe in our everyday lives and listen to what they actually say and see what they're doing, we would see that leaders are amongst us every step of the way. Think about it.
Botswana, where woman is king, what does that phrase mean to you?
Botswana woman is king means that in Botswana women play a very critical role in the development of this nation. And it starts right from the family. In Botswana, because of some of our traditions, our norms and our culture, a woman plays a very special role in building and making the family. Not that men don't have a role. So it comes even from there. And interestingly, even in leadership, I think we've seen more and more women now taking up space and leadership roles, which is very encouraging. And I must say that also where you've seen women being given positions of authority and responsibility, they have excelled.
At home, in the classroom as teachers, in the community as leaders, as nurses, doctors, there's so many of them across the globe making a difference. But also, there are women in our everyday life that are our inspiration by being mentors. Teo shares that he was inspired by these women and that this is the way to the future.
I believe women bring fresh perspective and solutions to problems. They see things differently in a way men just can't. They also have innovative ideas that can change the course of the entire society for the better. Women leaders are a fundamental requirement of the 21st century, and I will implore all organizations to take care of empowering women in leadership and various administrative roles, as this will lead to a better world for us all.
What I love about Teo's videos is he really captures people's emotions and their successes, their struggles. And in this video, it's no different. You see how passionate the women are in the way they're speaking and how proud they are of being leaders, how proud they are of their country, and how they see what's possible for other Africans, especially the women.
There are a lot of things that we can do to improve the lives of the people in Africa. We have the resources, we have the talent. We need to organize better and ensure that we provide the solutions to our own problems.
When we come together and include everybody at the table, success is the only possibility. And Botswana went from one of the poorest countries in Africa to one of the richest. And that's because they see women as equals, as leaders, and together they're working to achieve the success that they're dreaming of.
Over time, Botswana has been able to transition from one of the poorest countries in Africa to one of the richest. The economy of Botswana is currently one of the world's fastest growing economies, averaging about 5% per annum over the past decade, and this change has been influenced by the key roles women have played in the country.
The country has been tapping into other sectors such as the automotive sector, tourism, agriculture, freight, logistics.
I encourage you to take time to look at the women in your life, in your communities, and around the world. What leaders inspire you? There's so many. I could sit here and name them all. But I encourage you to check this video out because Teo has captured some of the most powerful women leaders in Africa. And I know this is just scratching the surface. I again will continue my search to find women entrepreneurs and leaders that inspire me and bring them to you. If you know of a woman leader in your community, in your country, please share with me because I'd love to have this conversation. And if you are a woman looking to gain leadership experience, I encourage you to embrace this opportunity. You may be told time and time again you can't do something, but anything is possible through dedication, determination, and your passion to make a difference in this world. Together, when we work and bring our skill sets to the forefront for a common goal, anything is possible. Until next time, do me a favor, hit subscribe. Please don't forget to like and share. And let's take one step at a time where we can become an inclusive world, working together where women are leaders across the globe. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.